feel like a slice of butter melting on top of a big old pile of flapjacks.
Play the victim and you will be the victim.
Very good, Frank. Very impressive. Ultimate punch!
What's up?
What's
Oh! You hit the soft part of my belly.
You just got killed by a Daewoo Lanos, motherfucker! How you like me now, huh?
You are, because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Ask yourself, why has he got his hat pulled down like that? He's fuck ugly.
Frenches instead. Oh, yeah. Wow. I don't like this.
Power of Christ compels you.
Oh, does it? Does it compel me?
You look pretty.
What did you say?
I said you look shitty.
I offer you a nice egg in this trying time.
Yeah, he's got an egg, you might.
Hi, everybody. First thing I want to say is that 2026 is already on its fucking bullshit. I will say that fucking much. But that's beside the point. We're here to talk about toys today. Members only will be on Saturday, where we'll probably talk about some stuff that's happening. Sorry, my hair's a mess. Sorry. I don't know. I'm just sorry. The vibe is going to be a little off because I've been crying on and off since yesterday. And it's really hard. It's really hard seeing stuff like that. But that's what distractions are for, right? So yeah, Rowdy Rundown. We're back. I'm trying to keep the schedule. Yeah, right. Also, hello, you boys got toys. How's it going? Oh yeah, let me say hi to the chat really quick. Leia, hello. Thank you for being here. Stu, I appreciate you. Also, thank you. CJ, hello, darling. Thank you for showing up. Sneaky, what's going on? Welcome. Tokyo Joey, how's it going? Cartoons and cannabis. I'm losing my fucking mind. We're in a bind. Yeah, right. Listen, I keep doing the pink in my hair and it stays pink for like 2 days and then it starts turning like orangey red. So I don't know. I kind of give up. Katie's Toys, how's it going? What's up? Why keep the box? How are you? Chat's popping today, huh? 2026, right? You're on the vertical. The vertical. Well, all you got to do is if you click out or you just click my username, just look for the one without the phone icon and it'll bring you to where the action is. Where everyone else is, I think. I don't know. I always forget. In fact, I need to hide that there. That throws me off. What a year, Lemon. It's the 8th. Lemon, is that a 30 Rock 30 Rock reference? You boys got toys. Listen, as much as this is a hobby and an escape, everything is being affected right now. Everything, like it's insane. It really is. Liz Lemon, yeah, I was right. 30 Rock, I love that show. It's been a year and it hasn't even been a week. Well, it's been just, what is today, the 8th? It's been just over a week of this fucking year, and I was trying to be all positive and stay, let's look forward to 2026. Karma's gonna come around. God, it better start coming around fucking quick. I'll tell you what. But like I said, members only. That's on Saturday. We'll talk about that stuff. Coming up on a milestone, y'all. I really want to push this shit. Y'all can share my channel if you know that people will vibe, because obviously I do bring real world stuff into my words because it affects me. It literally affects me on a personal level, on a mental health level, on all that stuff. It's all just very scary. But we're about to hit 4K, and I say we, I mean me. And all the rowdy rascals who watch me, we together collectively are about to hit 4,000 subscribers. We are 60 away, I believe, 60 subscribers away. And once we hit that 4,000, we are giving away a Moth X Spider-Man. So spread the word, share the channel, grab a clip or whatever, and just share. Acknowledge. Let's get this shit going. It's been a couple months of ups and downs. And sometimes it is a rowdy town. Sometimes it's a very rowdy town, but the Rowdy Rascals here are very awesome people. And we welcome new, also awesome people. When I hit 1,000, I take my top off. You've been warned. You heard it, everyone. Go subscribe to 80s Toys. Yes, you are a loser. I'm glad you acknowledged that fact. Take your L and disappear. Bye-bye. But yeah, we are here to talk about toys today. Real world bullshit just aside. Sarge, how's it going? Good to see everyone. I'm really good. I really am glad to see familiar faces, people I've talked to, people I've interacted with, friends, subscribers alike. I appreciate all of y'all. This is my safe space. This is my happy space. This is where I get to be me and express myself to y'all, whether it be about toys or how I'm feeling or just in general. So I really do appreciate y'all. It's beyond crazy. It is unimaginable. Let me just say really quick. I don't know if any of y'all have read George Orwell's 1984, but it was really a warning, kind of a precognition warning at this point. But that's where this kind of stuff leads. That mindset of money over people, it leads to this exactly. And that has always been the intent. And it affects everything. It affects our hobbies. It affects our groceries. It affects our gas bills. It affects everything. And it's not about right, left, blah, blah, blah. It's about rich and everybody else. And that's really it. We'll drop it there because it's just, like I said, I've been in tears. Let me mute my phone. I've been in tears on and off since yesterday, since I saw the news. So you keep being you, awesome you. You keep being awesome you too, Stu. Okay. All right. All that bullshit aside, salutations aside, real world bullshit aside, let's talk about toys for a little while. Let's decompress, let's distract, let us move our minds to a happier space where we can look at cool stuff. Like I don't want to be that big. Hold on here. Wait a second. What do I do? There we go. There we go. I feel like we're going to get there. It's going to take a while, but we're going to get there. All right, so you see my thumbnail if you click this, or if you've been waiting for it. You've seen the couple of things that I've been wanting to talk about, but I forgot that this was going up for pre-order today. And it is something I want. I do want a new Colossus. I don't have a Kitty Pryde. So this, and also there's some interesting news about this thing. We'll get to that in a second. But this just went up for pre-order today at 1:00 p.m. This 2-pack with Colossus and Kitty Pryde. And I really do need a Kitty Pryde. I like both the head sculpts. I like the big curly hair. Obviously, being a curly hair myself, I appreciate a curly head sculpt. It could be curlier, in my opinion. Like they could do the full-on whoa, but they didn't do that. Colossus looks great. It's pretty much almost his classic costume minus the shoulder pads. So what I want to do is, I feel like this Colossus is a lot bigger, so I don't know if it'll work. But I feel like if I swapped his biceps and his like thighs onto the other Colossus and made him pinless, I could swap them on the shelf and have the old Colossus on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf and this Colossus on my X-Men shelf. I don't know if that would work, but I was pleased when they announced this, and I'm surprised it's not $59.99. It is $55.99, which is a little bit on the cheaper side for 2-packs as far as like recent stuff, because we've seen some ones that are $60. We've seen some ones that are $50. This is right in the middle, $55.99. So not terrible. And I agree. Such an upgrade from previous Colossus. Don't care. The astonishing suit for Colossus and Kitty, for that matter, are pretty much classic designs. They're not like, you can't, if you don't know Astonishing X-Men, you're not going to look at that Colossus and be like, that's not normal Colossus. You wouldn't really know that because he's pretty much exactly the same, other than the shoulder pads and the slight difference on some of the deco and all that stuff. This is not a good idea. Drinking this at 6:00 is not a good idea. But I was crashing out before this. And we get Lockheed. Could always use more Lockheed. It would have been nice if they'd given us an actual, like, kind of newer sculpt with a little bit of articulation or something. But at least Kitty gets Lockheed. They both get alternate head sculpts, which is nice. We get a stoic and an angry face for Colossus, and then we get curly hair and ponytail Kitty with Lockheed, one set of hands. So a little light on accessories, but at least we're getting 2 head sculpts. At least we're getting the long rumored Kitty and Colossus 2-pack. So that Colossus is definitely an upgrade. Still hoping for a mostly naked Outback Colossus. I have not looked up his costume. Is he just like shirtless with the booty shorts? Is that pretty much the costume? Because I can picture that. I feel like I'm the only one. Listen, I don't have Kitty. I don't have Kitty in my collection, period. Like I don't have a single Kitty Pride. So I am very excited for Kitty. If it was just Colossus, I would probably still get it. But being Colossus and Kitty, this was an instant pre-order. And I pre-ordered it on Big Bad Toy Store and elsewhere. And like I always do, the ones that you don't have to put down payments on, pre-order them. Whichever one comes first, that's what I'm getting. And the other one just either sits or gets canceled or whatever. But I do want this 2-pack. I like the box. I like the colors. I like that they threw more than just black on there. It's got black, yellow, and red. Full artwork on the back. And yeah, I think that that's a fun 2-pack. Now this guy here, $34.99 on Big Bad Toy Store, right? Let me go to, oh God, there's the real world stuff. Get it away. Get it away. We don't need that on here. If you go here, I should have been prepared. I'm sorry. Let's see. Love you 3000, right? Love you 3000. How much is it on here? Oh, they brought it back up. So for a little while, this was $27.99. They had brought this down. I don't know why it's back up to $34.99, but I did see a post that it was cheaper, and I'm surprised that they didn't leave it that way, because who's going to buy this? Who? It comes out 2 months after Valentine's Day. Who's going to buy this? Who? I'm so happy to have gotten this pre-order. Yeah, I was excited. I was excited to nab that. I think it's on Amazon. It's a fan channel one, so it should be everywhere. Wish they'd do a swappable lower portion of Kitty so it could look like she's phasing through the floor. That would be cool. But this is Hasbro we're talking about. They're not that ingenuitive, and even if they were, it's all about the tooling. Hey Dan, what's going on? How are you? Grabbing dinner and waiting for my order. What'd you get for dinner? Before you pop out, what'd you get for dinner? I had lasagna. I had lasagna for dinner. And yesterday I made tacos and beef tacos. And I usually don't like crispy tacos, but now I'm gonna make myself hungry. But I got those, I heated them up in the oven. And of course, you brown the beef, you mix that in, taco seasoning, taco sauce. But then we took canned corn and mixed that in with the beef. And I put sour cream and Mexican cheese and lettuce on those bad boys. Holy shit. Those things smacked. Those were so good. Chinese food. Hell yeah. Egg foo young. Hold on. I have something for that. I do have something for that.
I offer you a nice egg in this trying time.
Yeah, he's got an egg, you might.
Egg foo young. Right? Relatable, right? I love ground beef tacos. They're so good. White people tacos, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all other melanin lacking people. Whoa, hold on. Mezco Ghostface just fell off my shelf. What is that? What is that? Also, I had forgotten that I got this guy in 2025. He would have been on my top 10 list if I'd remembered, but hold on. Love this guy. Hello, Sydney. What's your favorite scary movie? I don't know why he fell, but anyway, back to the task at hand. Don't get distracted. Hell yeah. Fire dinner. It is the Mezco Ghostface. It is. He freaking fell off my shelf. And I'm glad he's okay. I would have put him in my top 10. Like I said, I totally forgot. But yeah, I love you 3000 Iron Man. Very blatant copy, paste, recolor, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But at the same time, do you think Hasbro sells a lot of those? Do you think that that's good for them? Because, like, I don't see this selling. I really don't. fell off the shelf, dick. If you ever decide to, I don't think that'll happen, Sneaky. Is he sold out a bunch of places? I didn't know that. Is he a hot commodity figure? I really do like this figure. Like I had the NECA Ghostface. Not even a contest. Mezco is perfect for Ghostface. Now we got the new Scary Movie coming out. He's sold out everywhere. Damn. It seems like what he came out last year. It seems like Mezco was doing like really limited quantities, and now they have the Nightwing in stock. I believe he's still in stock. Screw you, I love you, 3000 Iron Man. I don't want you. You're not my friend. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's in stock. And I had him pre-ordered, but damn, 125 is a lot to ask when we've got that Mattel line coming around the corner that is supposedly in the right scale with Legends. But he does look good. But I also know that people got the red one, the SDCC one, and they were not very happy with it. So I don't know. I love Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson is my favorite DC character. In my opinion, he's the GOAT. He's everything that Batman can't be because of his mental trauma or his childhood trauma and all that stuff. So like he doesn't let that dictate all of his decisions. So I love Nightwing. I love Dick Grayson. Dr. Reed Richards, hello, welcome. We are talking about toys, and speaking of Batman on that subject, lots of Batman stuff dropped here recently. Like literally the last 2 days, I threw my thumbnail together yesterday, and there was still more Batman stuff. Like I just saw that. I think InArt is doing a Batman Beyond, but it's like the Arkham Knight version of Batman Beyond. But all right, so first of all, let me say one thing before we do anything. Fuck that. $164.99 for a 1/12 figure. You've got to be fucking shitting, smoking your own shit. Apparently, I don't know. That's insane. And I know you can get them on import sites for way less. $164.99. I think you can get them for like $90. It's at like Bumblebee or sites kind of like that. But this is Big Bad Toy Store, so they're gonna charge an arm and a foot for the imports that they have to pay, I'm assuming. So Nightwing Dick Grayson. He's also my favorite Robin as well. Like, and Handy's my favorite Batman. So I think that Dick Grayson is an all-around very well-rounded superhero. As a sidekick, as his own hero, and as the replacement for his mentor. I think that he did a great job at all three, or at least the writers like Grant Morrison and others did a great job writing Nightwing as Batman. He wasn't so serious, and then you had Damian as the foil to that goofiness, with Damian being the one, I'm gonna mess a motherfucker up. It's LPZZ UPF doing the Arkham Beyond and Hush Pam. Okay, gotcha. And these guys, like I don't have any of these figures, so the difference LPZZ InArt, I know they're slightly differently scaled, but they're both like Japanese imports, I think, right? I have no experience. I'm not going to jump on a random Batman line when we have the Mattel right around the corner this year at some time, allegedly. But 164, like that's insane to ask. In this day and age, like especially now. Does he look fantastic? Absolutely. I've seen other people with the Dark Knight one and the Arkham Asylum one, because this is the Arkham Origins. This is the prequel game. It's 72 on the InArt website. See, Tokyo Joey, that's what I'm talking about. It's like literally $100 off. I'm sure you have to pay the import fees from InArt, but still, it's probably nowhere close to 164. Big Bad Toy Store is known for raising the price to cover their costs. Like some of their stuff is like $2 more for pre-order as opposed to normal retail and all that stuff. So, but $100 more, like, or $90 more than the manufacturer's website is absolutely insane. Does he look fantastic? Yeah, but I'm not going to get him. There's no way. Choo-choo train. Sorry. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but Stu, I think for 170, they would hang out all day. I don't think it would just be a birthday. You're like, I'm Batman. Every time you turn around the corner, they're there. I'm Batman. Speaking of Batman, there was some news that Sebastian Stan is going to be in the Batman 2 as Two-Face, which is pretty cool, I think. Betraying Marvel. It is a crazy markup. It's insane to ask that much. At least sing you a song, right? Sing you a song in the Batman voice. Happy birthday. I am a Rith fan. Hello, how's it going? You subbed. I appreciate that. We are one closer to 4K and giving away that Moff X Spider-Man, which is awesome. Some lucky person will get that Moff X Spider-Man. Obviously, it comes with some accessories. Let's see. I want to go down to all the accessories. Well, we've got sticky grenade. We've got the grapnel gun. We've got the bat gel. I like how he makes it a little bat symbol in the game. He's like, so everyone knows. And then it just blows up anyway. So it's not like anyone would know if he just did a circle. He's just like, I'm going to do a bat symbol because I'm Batman. And that's hilarious. I'm all right. Things aside, but hopefully you're doing well. ScarJo is rumored to be Gilda Dent 2, going to be a long Halloween. Ooh, I understood that reference. Bruce is nothing without branding, like Cobra. Yeah, can you imagine Cobra without all the Cobra symbols and the snake-related names and stuff? They'd just be regular old terrorists. Batarang, he looks great. Like Arkham designed Batman is a pretty peak design for Batman. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like with Mattel doing the line, I feel like they're gonna get to all this stuff. At least you would think they would. God, there's a lot of promotional photos. I just want to see the accessories. Wow, they're not showing them. Okay. Am I drawing? No, I don't draw very well. I try to draw, but I am not the best. I can draw some things decently, but not a lot of things well. I just stick to doing my videos and editing and letting my personality do the drawing for me. He never leaves the mansion without his back credit card. Hell yeah. Bunch of peeps in blue pajamas. I'm not wearing hockey pads. And then we had another Batman. We had a Mezco Batman, year one Mezco Batman. So if you're familiar with that story, it is the early years of Batman, literally his first year operating as Batman in Gotham City. And they did it in this black and white style, other than the belt. Like, I don't think that his face may be skin toned. It is. Okay, but like the promotional photos are very black and white-esque. And I don't know, we're getting a lot of Batman. Like Todd McFarlane aside, we are getting a lot of Batman. If you go to my post on here, you will find my drawings. Well, everyone, later, check it out. I will check it out later, and I will give you a like and let you know what I think. Because I like to support other people's art and their stuff and what they like to do. I think that if anyone is waiting to do something and making excuses, like whether it be recording a video, making a channel, doing all that, just do it. Just freaking do it. There's no reason not to. I'm assuming that's an effect piece that he comes with. We got a Commissioner Gordon there. That's interesting. Is that an older release, or is that just like a tease for something in the future? Are they going to do a year one Gordon, or do they already have a Gordon? Did you hear about GameStop? Wait, straight up going out of business? I know they've been closing out the wazoo, but we'll have to look that up. Remind me in like 20 minutes, and I will look it up. Now, for someone like character like Batman, like there's a lot of superhero characters that I don't think translate well to Mezco because the material kind of just looks goofy, like it looks like pajamas on some people. But with Batman, it's a lot easier to lend the style to the costume. Like he's wearing tights, he's got a cape. It's very Batman-esque. This is a great silhouette of Batman. It's a very specific Batman. If you wanted like General Batman, this isn't really it. This is specifically year one. He's kind of leaner, not as bulky, not as experienced. He's just doing his normal Broody at night thing. And this comes with actually a Bruce Wayne head sculpt, which is nice. That's cool. Batman stand, lots of hands. And then we get all of this. Okay, spotlight, grenade throwing effects, belt explosion effects, 2 small batarang throwing effects. And then we get interchangeable shoe. Interchangeable shoe with ultrasonic beacon. Okay. 3 different style grenades. I need my glasses. I can't see. Blowgun and dart effects, recording device, tranquilizer gun, and 3 times batarangs. So 3 batarangs. So a decent amount of stuff. And then of course we get mask with cape attached. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm guessing that's for the head down head sculpt, which is really cool. They closed my town's GameStop, but they rarely had anything, so there's no biggie to me. It's crazy. That is wild if true. Like that's EB Games, GameStop. Gordon is an older rare Mezco that came with a signal. Hope it's a clue for a reissue. Gotcha. Okay. I mean, yeah, Mezco rarely reissues stuff, but they are known for doing it. Like they announced a Harley Quinn reissue, and I still haven't heard anything about it. I don't know if people got it. I sure as hell didn't get any information. I pre-ordered it on their website. So where's my Mezco Harley Quinn? Mezco, New York City. Sorry for the terrible accent. New York. Nope, that was not it either. Coffee. There we go. Let me get some coffee, Mr. J. All right, so 2 Batmans. That's 2 Batmans. Then we had something really cool. I don't know anything about the movie that's coming out, but Jada is making the toy line. So I thought it would be cool. And it's like Batman. My whole thumbnail is Batman and then anthropomorphic animals. And the first set of those was these guys. And I had seen someone post about them and I'm like, why are you posting about this? But then I saw that Jada was making them. And I was like, oh, Jada Toys. Let me hear you out. So there's a movie coming out called Goat. And it's like obviously everyone's animals. They're all animals. And they have this sport that's kind of like basketball, but it's not really basketball. And a bunch of animals played. It's co-ed. It's cross species. All sports should be, honestly. Maybe not the cross species, but I think it's interesting that Jada is also still doing the domestic kids movie toys that also look pretty good as far as articulation. They got single joints, but the articulation is there. I would say that these are probably on the same level as like Hasbro's failed starting line or whatever it was, their basketball line. Know nothing about these, but damn, they look fun. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know anything about the movie, but I saw these toys and I was like, oh, these are fun. These are cool. And that's the thing that's missing a lot of the time when we get toys or see these pre-orders. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but can I just grab that figure and just start having a blast with it? Like if you're buying a Mezco and all that stuff, that is a collector's piece. Like this is a collector's piece. I don't want to put the wear and tear on it. I don't want to ruin it. So I'm going to display it, pose it, take pictures of it, but I'm not going to play with it. Something like this, it's $14.99. You could carry this little dude in your pocket and take some awesome outdoor photography or just have fun. Like just have a fidget toy in your pocket. And he's also voiced by Lucas from Stranger Things. I forget the actor's name and I feel bad for that. But these are really cool. I think they're fun. And that's why I wanted to talk about them. And they're actually kids' toys. Yeah, and you know, I'm not, obviously toys are first and foremost for kids. There's the collector's toys and there's the kids' toy lines. I feel like there's not a lot of kids that want toys anymore. But when I was a kid, when I saw a movie or something and I was really into it and the animation was cool and whatever, I wanted a toy for it. And I want kids to get back to that mindset instead of, oh, play the video game for it, the mobile game. Just get a toy, play with it. It's a lot more fun. And these are affordable. They're Jada, so you know they're pretty quality, and they just look fun. So you have him in his uniform, and you have him in his. There you go. Thank you, Leia. You always got the names. Caleb McLaughlin. Yes, he's voiced by Caleb McLaughlin, the goat, the titular heroine, titular goat. And then we have main attraction, which is a horse guy. Dang, look at that. No butterfly joints, but you can see there's torso articulation in there. just looks like a lot of fun. A toy like that would be $8.99, more like $6.99 or $7.99. Like definitely under $10. I remember getting the Toy Biz marble toys that were 5-inch scale. Those were like $4.99 a pop. I didn't pay for them, but I know that they were cheap. Yeah, that's yeah, it's a little weird of an angle. But hey, the tail is articulated. So you could move that bad boy around. That's cool. I like the sculpt. I like that they got the bendable knees in there. Kaiju Kitty, what's going on? Making a pegacorn. It's not pretty. Are you drawing? We had someone else that was drawing in here earlier. Kaiju Kitty draws very, very well. If it is a drawing, you have to send it to me. Main attraction. He's got his braids in. And look, we got a nice card back. They all come with a ball. Just cool. Just fun. That's what we're missing a lot of the times when it comes to toys, is just fun. And that's for adults, for kids alike. We need more fun in the hobby because the real world is very, very daunting and we need distractions. And here is the Jaguar. Yeah. Jaguar articulated tail. All new sculpts for all of them. Sadly, toys are made for adults now. Kids just do not have a chance except for this rare occasion. Yeah, and that's what I want to see more. Like, I talked about Playmates, and it's like they've chosen their position, which is to make children's toys. It's just crazy to me that as someone who makes children's toys, they're willing or couldn't work out a deal to keep TMNT. But at the same time, Max at Maximilian Tucker, if you're not following him, go follow him, made a good point that you can throw a rock and hit somebody and they'll give you the license to TMNT. There are so many TMNT toys out there. So oversaturating a market like that is good for certain reasons when it comes to people wanting different things and having different things. But when you're making the kids' toys, and then there's the ones like the Lingwan or the Mezcos or whatever out there, who's going to be buying your kids' toys? So I don't know if it was an active decision or a passive decision to let go of it and just focus on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. What else do they have? Their Monsterverse line, and then their other Z tier brands that they have. Really, it's just Power Rangers and Monsterverse at that point. That's really all they have left. So it's like kids' toys are disappearing, and it sucks. But Jada Toys here is holding up that mantle with these, and I thought they were fun. I really wanted to include them. And yeah, it's a small 5-figure wave. What is it? 5 figures? 4 figures? I think it's only 4. 1, 2, yeah, 4 figures. And then they have these little ones, random mystery figures, which are different. But look, they got a lizard guy. They got a rhino dude. Pretty limited, but still, I would say that those 5-inch figures are very fun. What the hell even is that? It's furries. It's furries. Just kidding. They're anthropomorphic animals. They're not furries. Speaking of anthropomorphic animals, there was another. Where is? Oh, we got those too. There's a lot of stuff that dropped. Where the hell did the other thing on my thumbnail go? You know what? We're just going to look it up. We're just going to look it up. Here we go. I've never heard of More Storm before. Never heard of More Storm. I have, however, watched Zootopia, and I thought Zootopia was a great movie. Is it Jason Bateman is the fox, and I don't know who plays the rabbit lady. What is it, Judy? I don't know who plays her, but these look really cool. These are great. Japanese company, probably. I don't read Japanese, so I'm assuming that's Japanese. But there have been some other Zootopias figures, but these look really cool. Is Zootopia the one with the sloth and the DMV? Yes, it is. That's out already? I've only seen the first one. And I like the first one. Judy Hopps, that's her name. And yeah, Jason Bateman plays Nick Wilde. It was a good movie, so I don't want to spoil it, but it's kind of like a thriller mystery movie a little bit, but with anthropomorphic cutesy animals and DMV sloths. And I was like, you know what? If I'm talking about the GOAT movie stuff, I gotta include Zootopia because it's just animal figures, anthropomorphic animal figures, and Batman figures on my thumbnail pretty much. I was like, that's cool. We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave the mystery and the prizes up for the stream. But I think these are really cool. I think that they're sold together. Yeah, it's a set of set of 4 figures. Okay, for $98.99. So for $100, that's $25 a figure, and you're getting 4 of them. I thought they had like alternate outfits, but no, we've got Officer Judy, and then we've got Ticket Writer Judy, and then we've got Con Man Nick, and then we've got Officer Nick. So fuck, I may pre-order that. $98.99. That's a pretty damn good price for 4 figures. What is 14 centimeters? Is that like 5 inches? 5.5 inches? 5.51. Look at me. Look at me with the whatever that shit's called. Mattel's TMNT Last Ronin was the same price as NECA's. You could look at both and see that the quality wasn't there. It's crazy. Like they're but the thing about were you saying Mattel or did you mean Playmates? Because I know which ones the Playmates had, like pretty much the old molds of Last Ronin, but just updated sculpts. Like they were still the old pinned TMNT figures. I'll have to slice open my first GPS slot purchase. Time to get in touch with my inner doll player with her. There you go. There you go. I do want this. I may pre-order this just because it's cheap. Nice accessories. I mean, not cheap, but 4 figures for under $100. We got that one, Kaiju. But yeah, I've only seen the few from you. Oh wait, no, here we go. My nephew loves toys. He is obsessed with Ninja Turtles now. I'm drawing. I've been on a fantasy kick lately. Got a lot of inspiration for making the last unicorn. Ooh, yeah, definitely send me that, Kaiju. I want to see that. I thought so. I just didn't want to like call you out, be like, hey, wait a second. Ace, what's going on? Welcome. Congrats on you hit 500, right? And I do have to email you. Go subscribe to Ace, y'all. He's a great guy. You have to email you about the prize that I won because I forgot, but I do have your email address saved. So I will hit you up. Just intermittently remind me. It's been very busy. I've been running around nonstop. But I think I may pre-order this. I think it's no down payment after the stream I may, because I'm not going to do my login information on here and all that stuff. But I think I may pre-order that. That's a good deal. $100 for 4 figures. That's a cool bundle. What else did I have on my thumbnail? Doesn't matter because there's more stuff to talk about anyway. We can talk about this because this is 1/12 scale, right? We talked about overpriced 1/12 scale. I shared some of the fan art. I left a chat message saying I shared it. Oh, YouTube likes to punish you because you're naughty, Kaiju. You've misbehaved, and they're trying to punish you. Who did that Fire as Utopia set with the soft goods a while back? It was another Japanese company. It's funny. Like we have the Mofex Woody, or is it? It's not Mofex. It is Medicom Woody. I don't know. The one with the swappable face. That's like the Gooner Woody face. Yes. Congratulations, Ace. So close to 6. Oh dang! Look at you blowing up, Ace. Get there. You'll get to 1,000 here pretty soon then. Skeletor up in this motherfucker for $107.99. Ha ha ha. At least he doesn't look like Jared Leto, right? I would not pay $100 for a Jared Leto figure, let alone $10, $5, even $1. Fuck you, Jared Leto. You suck. This guy looks cool. It's 1/12 though, and it's $107. And there's like, so the thing about putting yourself at that price, you're competing with like the Mezcos, the Mofexes, and the Mofex and the SH Figure Arts, that's even a little different because those are imports. There's added price to that built in when it's coming from the country that you get in. They're around 65, 55, something like that in Japan, in Asian markets. But you bring it here, you're going over $100. But when Mondo does something, whether it's 1/6 scale or 1/12 scale, and it could do with soft goods, they don't do it. And they're putting themselves at that price point to be that higher tiered collector's item. And I'm not saying the sculpt is bad. I'm not saying the paint is bad or anything like that, but I have seen some Mondo figures, particularly some of the X-Men, the larger X-Men figures. I've seen them just break. And they're also a subsidiary of Funko. So Funko owns Mondo. And we all know that Funko is in dire straits as far as the Funko Pops and all that stuff. Does that mean that if Funko were to go under, that Mondo would dissolve, or does that mean that they would start selling off their assets and Mondo would become its own thing, or go to someone like NECA, et cetera, et cetera? I don't know, but I do know that the quality of Mondo is way better than Funko. But at that price point, is it that much better than like a Mezco or a Mofex or an SH Figure Arts or Mondo sucks. Mofex is overrated. Bandai is a pain in the ass. Yeah, and SH Figure Arts has been like slacking. Like they've made some really awesome figures in the last year or so. They've made some really shitty figures. So it's really hit or miss when you're putting that much money down for a figure. And if you get a figure like this, oh look, I said something about soft goods, and they do have soft goods, so that's cool. That's good to see. That is good to see. I do like that wired cape. So that's interesting. I'm glad they did that. Consider my hat eaten. I ate my hat because they got some soft goods. But I don't see $107 here. They're 1/12. I don't know what Mondo's 1/12 is. I'm assuming it's like Marvel Legends scale. So these guys will probably scale with your Legends, with your like loose or Frazetta Girls Conan, your Mezco stuff. But are they $107 worth? Like is that what we're gonna pay for? Where's the accessories? Where's all the stuff? I want to see. Show me! Haha! So we get the Ram staff, singular. We get the sword. I'm guessing they're just showing all the angles. So we get the Ram staff, the sword, or the two halves of the sword that connect. Okay, that's all the accessories right there for $107. And I feel like something like this should be priced around Mythic Legion's level, like $35 to $55. That's just hold on. We have clips for everything, y'all. Just gotta find it.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
It's just like my opinion. And He-Man's already sold out. Oh, he has some soft goods too. He's got the little soft good tunic. But is the quality of that good enough to indicate, oh, I'd be willing to pay over $100 for this? I don't think they're worth it. I don't know. I've never held a Mondo figure in hand, but based on what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing included, $35 to $55. That's where that should be your entry point. That I know it's limited pieces and all that stuff, but if Funko owns you, that's not really a problem. I'm sure if they wanted to pump out Motu figures, which Motu's popular, they could. For me, it's Mon don't. Hard pill to swallow because Mondo is the same price on import sites. Oof. That is unfortunate. They're expensive. I do love the 200X 200X Motu designs. Always been a fan of Skeletor's double sword, but no, that's a skip. It's just expensive. I don't spend more than $75 for a 6-inch figure. Just my personal rule. You know what? I would say that is a good I can't talk. That is a good cutoff. $75. I depends on if I really want the character. Definitely not worth it, but I'll be the victim. Yeah, you let us know, Sneaky. When it comes out and you're on the Rascal Roundup, you pop out that Skeletor and say, hey, look, this thing is cool and it was worth it. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, I apologize. So $107.99, which it's not too unreasonable, but I feel like He-Man cost more when he was announced. No, he was last 104. All right, I'm wrong again. But how much does he come with? He's already sold out. I have the power. Okay, he comes with sword, shield, axe, and stand. Well, poop. This Romanke's body legs are too girthy for these pants I bought. Lesson learned. I would make comment, but I don't want to get myself demonetized. Y'all know where my brain goes when I hear stuff like that. What else? Did I have anything different else on my thumbnail? I guess I can just check, right? I can always just check what my thumbnail looked like. Because I feel like I went over it. It was Batman and Zootopia. Yeah. No. Y'all didn't tell me. Y'all didn't remind me, and then I didn't look up GameStop closing either, so I need to look up that. This chick. This is Boss Fight, but it's in collaboration with Sideshow. And this is a recolor of this figure for $5 more. I showed jeans. Oh my god. I wish I didn't know what that word meant, but I do. Oh Lord. Yeah, he must work out. Don't wear the gray sweatpants. Am I not good? Is my mic bad? Have I seen Todd's Zatanna? I have, and it sold out immediately because false scarcity. It's Todd's favorite thing. Okay. Court of the Dead, repaint of that figure. I don't like, once again, I like supporting smaller companies. But why are you asking $5 more? I know it's an exclusive, but $5 more? Oh, it's okay, Stu. I'm inebriated. So I lose track and I lose sense. But yeah, I like this figure. I want the original one, to be honest. And I also want this chick. I'm a sucker for blue skinned and green skinned chicks, I'll tell you what. There's just something about it. So she's pretty cool. She comes with actually a decent amount of stuff. $44.99 in stock. So those are gonna sit there. Those are not gonna run out of stock. So you can get them whenever. And I don't think that this exclusive repaint, which is also on pre-order at the same time as the regular one, I don't think it's worth the $5 extra. Actually, I like this version better than the repaint. This is the living version of the character, I'm assuming. I do. These are renders, but I like those head sculpts. I do. I think she's cool. So I'd be more interested in the non-exclusive, non-repainted one. But that's just me. The Mortal Trespasser looks cool. Where is that? Oh, the one I was just looking at? Yeah, she's sick. She is sick. Shipwreck in the G.I. Joe cartoon had a thing for a blue-skinned girl, too. Huh. I didn't know that. Is there blue-skinned chicks in G.I. Joe? I know there's Pythona. She's like kind of like pale green, right? Do boob armor I aspire for. Yeah, right. Completely covered, completely protected chest area. Like no baubles hanging out for the stabbings, as it were. So I think these are cool, and they're boss fights, so they do like smaller scale and larger scale. So they have some 3.75 stuff, like this stuff, $32 stuff. It's 3.75. All right, let's see. GameStop out of business. It's not going completely out of business. Oh, AI overview. Boo. But it'll bring me what I need, and then I can source check. Closing a significant number of physical stores. So Dan was in here, right? The Bat Dan 89. He was in here earlier. He sent me a message showing me that on his GameStop door that he usually goes to, this store is now closed. And so it's understandable. Do y'all remember a couple years back with the stonks, the people just pumping the market and trying to screw over rich people by buying up the GameStop stock and bringing the value up and all that stuff? The Wall Street bros and all that stuff, just kind of screwing them over, basically. Like, that was a meme. And GameStop kind of leaned into it and were like, oh yeah, look how popular we are. And they kind of overestimated and started doing all kinds of new stuff. Like they're doing PSA gradings, they're doing trading card game stuff. And as much as it works in some places, I'm sure there's other places where they've absolutely bottomed out on profit because if you go to a newer, like not a newer GameStop, but like a GameStop that has recently been updated, or they actually do their updates and rearrange stuff, there's a lot. So when you walk in to GameStop, the first thing you see is action figures and trading cards. You don't you see action figures and trading cards. You don't see the games first. And that's because GameStop has pivoted to that kind of stuff because that's what's popular. That's what's selling. Pokemon, Magic the Gathering. Well, Funko Pops don't sell, but GameStop sure as hell is acting like they do because you go into GameStop, there's walls full of Funko Pops. And that leads to a reason why Funko is doing bad. Oversaturation, overestimating your popularity, overestimating your growth based on said popularity, overstaying your welcome. Like my buddy actually made money off the whole kerfuffle. That's great. I just mentioned you, Dan, because you told me that your GameStop closed and we were talking about GameStops. So they're closing a lot of stores in 2026. And I don't know if y'all have like this kind of GameStop, but like every GameStop that I go into my area, and Cloud on the Rascal Roundup last Saturday, she worked at GameStop and she told me like, you know, the smell, like it smells like water damage. It smells like mold and must. And it probably is water damage because GameStop won't fix shit. They'll pay their employees shit. They won't fix shit in those stores until they run down. And then they'll just close them or tell you they're closing and have one person with a key holder, run that store for like the last 2 months while it's closing and just be like, yeah, give up your life for $12 an hour. So GameStop has always been a shitty fucking company. Overpriced as far as like collectibles and games and all that stuff, especially on used games. And that used to be their selling point. That used to be the thing. Oh yeah, we sell used games at affordable prices. And then the affordable prices got out of hand. It was like you're paying $54.99 for a used copy of a game that came out 6 months ago, which is still sitting there for $60. So why would you pay $5 less for a used copy that may not work when you could just buy the new copy? Didn't make any sense. And that leads to GameStop losing money. That leads to them pivoting to the collectibles, to the action figures, to all this stuff, which leads to an overall loss of business. Because what are you here for? Are you here for games? Are you here for cards? Are you here for collectibles? Are you here for PSA grading? Are you here for trade-ins? Like they had a promotion like a month or two ago. Trade-in whatever day. You could bring a bunch of shit and they would give you store credit for it. So it's like, are you just throwing whatever sticks at the wall and then just be like, yeah, let's go with that. It stayed up there. So the CEO is getting a $35 billion payday. Oh, fuck my life. It's fucking crazy. It really is. Brick, how's it going? Y'all go check out Brick's channel. Definitely a cool dude worth watching. Does some awesome live streams talking about not so mainstream toy news and announcements and customs and all that stuff. It's really fun being on his show. So make sure you go check out Brick something. Replay, anyone in here that hasn't checked him out right now. After the stream, obviously. Don't go do it now. Sorry, Brick. But after the stream, go check out Brick. I remember when we had FuncoLand and could buy retro SNES games before GameStop bought them. Yeah, that's what GameStop did. They just came in and started buying everything up and closing mom and pop shops and taking over that, cornering that entire market. Well, Brick, feel free to use that tagline. You don't have to credit me or anything. Feel free to use it. F those CEOs, like, dude, can't you be cool with just two? But listen, like, back to the real world for a second when it comes to billionaires. No one needs $1 billion. You could comfortably live the rest of your life as a multimillionaire and not need any more money. But these people are hoarding the wealth. They won't even promise inheritance to their kids. They want to take that shit to their grave. They're riding it till the fucking wheels fall off. As you can see, based on the economy, based on how expensive collectibles are. Hasbro keeps raising the fucking price while not improving the offerings. Like, Legends are almost pricing me out at $30. It's going to be few and far fucking between. Same with Black Series. I've got pre-orders that are still sitting at $24.99, so they come out to about $26, $25, something like that. Those I'll still be like, all right. But when you're starting to release a figure with no accessories or one accessory for $30, send it, because that's just not okay. It's not okay, especially for a company like Hasbro who makes billions of dollars, and the only reason they lose money is because they do shit like that. Or I could go on for days about Magic the Gathering, what they've done to that. It's just, and I even like some of the Universe Beyond sets. Like, I'm the odd one out when it comes to the Spider-Man set and the Marvel superheroes. I'm all in for those. That being said, I understand that Worlds or Realms Beyond or whatever it's called is bad for Magic. It is Hasbro paying money to someone to promote their shit in their game that is specifically set up as fantasy, magic, and sorcery and stuff like that. They got a TMNT set coming out in March. They had Spider-Man last year. There are more Realms Beyond sets. There's like 6 of those this year and 3 regular Magic sets, because they release like every month and a half or so. And it drives me insane. Like, we have, and it's for people that want it, that's fine, but that's why you should make it very limited run. You shouldn't pump out, like Final Fantasy, they've reprinted that over and over and over and sold so many. People were buying the collector boosters for like they were buying them for over $1,000 because it was popular. And they're not buying it because they like it or want it. They're buying it because other people want that rare card that's going to make them money. And it's just like a chase game at that point. It's no longer about playing the game. It's about pulling that card, spending as much money as you can. It's gambling. It's fucking gambling. This is the thing about Magic. If you know the kind of deck you want to build, if you're not worried about having the most expensive cards and all that shit, all you need to do is go online, search up the singles that you want, search up the things that you want to use those cards for, and go with that. Buy the singles. It is cheaper that way. And you're not giving Hasbro that money. You're giving it to local game stores or whoever you're getting it from. I'm not going to say shop from TCG Player because that's owned by eBay and they're fucking union busters and all that shit. So we don't support them. What I'm saying is, billionaires should not be billionaires. Millionaires should, like, there should be a cutoff. If you make more than $500 million, you should have to donate the rest of the money that you make to charity, to organizations that help people, to healthcare services, to all that stuff. You should have to give that shit away. Nobody needs that much. On top of that, you should pay your fucking taxes. I'm getting beside the point. I really am. But let me see here with the comments. Teach the world, including our nerdy toy and collectible habits, is objectively better without billionaires. Absolutely. The whole world would be such a better place. But who are you to tell someone they can't have all the money they earned? Earned. That's the word, right? How did you earn that? On the backs of other people. Hope you all have a stupendous day. That's my birthday wish for you today. Is it your birthday, Stu? If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Did you see the IGN article, PlayStation patent? Yeah, and that's fucking... Now listen, if you watched me play my God of War stream last weekend, oof, I probably could have used that. That being said, if you want a computer to play your game for you, you're not playing a game anymore. So I don't understand about that. Happy birthday, Stu! You know what? For your birthday, I offer you
a nice egg in this trying time.
Yeah, he's got an egg. You might.
Enjoy that birthday egg, Stu. Happy birthday. Everyone say happy birthday to Stu in the chat, on his page, on his Instagram. Just send him a happy birthday. That's awesome. 1 year younger, right, Stu? Excellent. I love that. Exploitation. Absolutely. It is exploitation. That is how they got that rich. But that's beside the point. We're to an hour here. Okay, so listen. If y'all want to talk real world shit, members only is on Saturday. I will be talking about Minneapolis. I will be talking about this kind of stuff. I try not to do it on the rundown because, this is for everybody. This is the no paywall. You know what you're signing up for if you're paying for my rowdy rants. I will talk about whatever the fuck I'm feeling that week. And this week I've been feeling that because 2026 is off to a rough fucking start. So if you want to be a part of that live stream on Saturday, 99 cents, you'd be a channel member for a month. You can not sign up after that if you really just want to, obviously talk about that or know my feelings, which you already know. But I also want to protect myself by keeping it behind a paywall in case, in case I've got someone watching me. Ooh, but that's probably the case for most of us in this day and age. But regardless, as Dan says, please be kind to the LGBTQ plus community. Absolutely. Trash Picture Show, how's it going? Definitely go check out their channel, y'all. Talk about movies and stuff. Lots of fun over there. 51 is the new 15. And my dyslexic friend told me. Oh, Stu, it's your birthday. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. But I'm glad you did.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
We got 5 new channel members. I can't see who they are on StreamYard, but they'll know who they are. Y'all know who they are. And I really appreciate you, Stu. Happy freaking birthday. I appreciate every single one of you that showed up. We've had a consistent number all stream. I appreciate that. I can appreciate that I can keep your attention long enough. I know there's other shows out there. There's other live streams. There's other stuff you could be watching. So I appreciate that you take this hour to spend with me. Thursdays at 6 p.m. That is my time frame for the show. I will try my best to maintain it every week this year. I know I've had some gaps and all that stuff. Oh, look at that. Tokyo Joey. Now you can pop into the members only stream on Saturday where we talk about the real. The real. Have you any figures in your laser sights for 2026? I'm really looking forward to the Invincible Jada stuff and the rest of the Jada Scooby-Doo. Jada, I'm trying to branch away from Hasbro. So Jada I need to make a video about 3 years running. They're the Triple Crown champion when it comes to Best Figure Company of the Year, in my opinion. So Jada Toys is what I'm looking forward to. All their stuff. Cyberpunk, Scooby-Doo, Invincible, those goat figures I talked about, those are all really, really cool. Ronnie! Hey, it's okay to be a little bit late. You can watch the replay, always. Please be safe with all these assholes. I do my best to protect myself, but I also don't take shit from nobody. That is a known fact. Rowdy does not take shit. Oh, cool. Wakandan Figure Slayer. That's sweet. I love that. Well, you can pop in the members only stream too. Lucky bastard lives in fucking Sweden. She has a non-vertical stream. Who? Oh no, it's just Dan. It's just the vertical and the horizontal YouTube. Now YouTube is actually pushing that themselves. All right. I could talk forever, but I do need some rest despite having this fucking monster. With all of that being said, y'all, keep your head up, especially right now. It's been a dark fucking week. Keep your head up. Stay brave. Be kind to your local LGBTQ plus community. I can't talk. If you're protesting, my God, please be fucking safe. I do my soapbox talking online and do that on my platform. I share it that way because it's not safe for people of my persuasion to be out there doing that. So I do it here sometimes when I can, especially on my Instagram. But please be safe if you're protesting. It is so dangerous out there, clearly. Do all that stuff. I love y'all. See you next time. Bye-bye, and stay rowdy. I'm going to start saying that. Stay fucking rowdy, y'all. Mwah.
My safe word will be whiskey.
Sorry, Rod, what was that?
Whiskey.
Your friend's wasted, Anakin.
Check this out!
Pork chop sandwiches!
Freaking pump! I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day!
Oh, man, he hit his ass with a working towel, man. Nice.
God, I go to church every goddamn Sunday! You gonna bring the demons out of me?
matter what you do, I will be proud of you, even if you receive a liberal arts degree. Baby time. It's baby time. It's wait, I wasn't finished.
All right, give him the stick. Don't give him the stick.
You know my dad?
Oh,
G.I. Joe! What the fuck? This is my hat now. This is totally my hat.